don't forget that these are not our enemies. The real enemy is the one who is sending them here. All right. Okay, so Leader Doris is in control. It's gonna help me manage the platform. All right, so let me share my screen again. Leader Doris, should we? I see some request to record, but we do have recordings of this training. So I don't see it necessary for us to record every training when it comes to MACD training. Or you're already recording it. Okay. All right. So let me deny the request here. All right. So let me share my screen. All right. So we are looking at the MACD indicator. Okay, let me pull this screen a bit and I bring the MACD indicator here. So you can see that up here, there is the market, which we call the chart. There is the market here, and we do have this indicator down here. All right. Don't worry about this indicator. I just want to explain a bit how it works. What matters is how do you set your Royal Q robot so that it can buy for you, it can enter the market for you when this MACD is giving a signal. All right, that's what matters. Unless you want to use it manually, monitoring it yourself, of which we do that in the technical analysis class early in the morning. We teach about indicators. That's why I don't want to stay much on the indicator. Okay, so here is the signal line over here, which is the orange line. This one is the signal line. And we do have the MACD line, which is the blue line. So these two lines, they move. Okay, the blue one, it is a 12 moving average. The orange one, it is a 26 moving average. I said that we are looking at moving averages, okay? Because the word MACD, it means moving average convergence divergence indicator. So the blue one, it is a 12 moving average, while the orange one, it is a 26 moving average. So when they are moving, they give you a signal of what is happening here, which is the market, right? So these two lines, they normally move on a line. There is a line here, which is called the zero line. It is part of the indicator, okay? It is part of the indicator. There is a baseline here, which is called the zero line. So these two lines, they will go up there, they will come down here, they will go up there, they will come down here, like that, like that. But when they are moving, they normally cross this baseline, which is the zero line. So they will cross and go above on top, then they will also cross and come down, which is below. These two lines. Now, when these two lines are moving, at certain places or at certain situations, you will see that they are going to meet or they are going to dissect. They will be going different directions. Okay, they are going to meet, which is called a cross. They are going to cross each other. If I may try to bring it here, okay, if I may try to bring it here, you are able to see that this blue line, is moving below this side, and the orange line is also moving below, but they are distancing themselves. There is a gap. When they were coming from the top here, after they met, can you see here they met here, okay, which was a cross. After this meeting happened, then they started to dissect. The blue line was distancing itself a bit from the orange line, giving a gap. So the distance between this orange line and the blue line, it is measured using what we call histograms. There are histograms here that are in green and they are also in red. So initially, when these lines are parting ways, it tells you how much volume is up here, whether it is a selling volume or it is a buying what? A buying volume, which you can also call pressure. So there is a selling pressure on top here. There is also a buying pressure on top here. So when these two lines are moving, when they try to distance themselves, it shows you how much volume, whether it is a selling volume, whether it is a buying volume, is happening here. Now I am going to tell you that how do you know that this is a buying volume? How does the MACD give you an indication that right up here there is a buying volume or there is a selling what? A selling volume. Okay, but you need to understand that these two lines, they move on this line, which is called the zero line. So they will go up there, they will come down here, they will go up there, they will come down here. So they are moving along this line. Yes, they may come deeper down here, but eventually when the market starts to go up here, you will see also they will be going up there, giving you an indication that there is a buying pressure. Okay, so one thing is this about the MACD. These two lines, they normally cross each other, like I have already said. When the blue line, okay, let me do this. Okay, so when the blue line here, when this blue line, let me use a pen. When this blue line crosses the orange line, which is the signal line, to start moving below it, as you can see here, it was moving below the orange line. It came from above, then it crossed, then it started moving below the signal line, which is the orange line. This signals that it is a downtrend. The market is going downwards. When the blue line crosses the orange line to start moving below it, on top here, it signals that the market is on a downward, on a downtrend. So when it is going downwards like this, and it distances itself, there is a big gap between the orange line and the blue line. It tells you that there is strong selling pressure here. Since this is a downtrend, it is sellers that pushes the price to the downside. So when the blue line is crossing the orange line to start moving below it, it signifies downward movement of price, or it is a downtrend. The market is going downward. But when the blue line crosses the orange line again, but this time around it is crossing it to go to the top, not to come down, but to go up. When the blue line crosses the orange line to go up, it signifies upward movement of price. Okay, it signifies what? Upward movement of price. Now, when the blue line crosses the orange to start moving above it, that cross that has been happened, it is called a golden cross. Okay, it is called a golden cross. When the blue line crosses the orange line to start moving above it, it is called a golden cross. That signifies that there is upward movement of price. Okay, or you can say the trend of the market has changed. It was a down trend, now it is becoming to be an upward trend. It was a down trend, now it is an up trend. When a golden cross happens, it signifies rising of price. It means more buyers are coming into the market to push the price to the top. When the blue line crosses downward, it means there is more sellers coming into the market. There is a lot of selling pressure than buying pressure. As a result, you will see price declining, going downwards. So this one here, that happened for the downside, the crossover to the downside, it is called a death cross. So the MACD makes death cross and golden cross. Golden cross, it is an entry point for buyers to buy. Golden cross, it is an entry for buyers. Death cross, it is an entry for sellers. So if you are trading futures, because in futures you can trade the upward movement of price as well as the downward movement of price. So if there is a death cross happening, that is an entry opportunity for you as a future trader. Okay, if a golden cross is happening, it is also an entry opportunity for you as a long future trader. You are longing the what? The market. Here you are shorting the what? The market. If you are a spot trader trading in the spot market, you're gonna only focus on golden crosses where the market is focusing going upward. So you are going to look for golden crosses if you are a spot trader. But if you are a futures trader, you're gonna look for death cross as well as golden cross as entry points or entry opportunities for you to enter the market for the first time using your first buy-in amount. Is this clear? Is this clear, ladies and gentlemen? Is this clear on those two lines, which is the MACD line and the signal line? Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay. All right. So let me finalize on the MACD. Then after that, God's will. God's will. What's wrong now? God's will says it's not clear. What is the problem now? God's will, what is the problem? You said no. You said no. I need to address your issue because I do have a lot of yeses here. I do have a lot of yeses. It is only you who has given me a no. I should throw more light. Okay. Let me come back to TradingView. Then I'm going to finish with the histograms. Okay, so let me repeat a little bit. We do have two lines here. First of all, the blue line, which is representing the MACD line. The blue line is the MACD line. The orange line, it is the signal line. Okay, this signal line, it is a 26 moving average. Remember, MACD represents moving, average, convergence, divergence. So this orange line, it is a 26 line. It looks at 26 candles up here. It monitors 26 candles up here. That's what it does. This 26 moving average, which is a signal line. While this other one, okay, this other one, it is a 12 moving average. It looks at 12 candles, okay, from current price going backward. It looks at 12 candles, while this one, it looks at 26 candles. So that tells you that if a line is looking at 12 candles, another one looks at 26 candles, it tells you that this one of 26 candles moves slowly than this one of 12. It means the 12 moving average moves fast than the 26 moving average, because this one looks at 26, this one looks at 12. Now, when these moving averages, they are moving, remember, they are portraying, they are giving you a signal of what is happening with the price here. Which direction of the price is going? Is it going upward? Is it going downward? Or it is moving sideways? These lines, they are going to give you that signal of what is happening here. Okay? So when they are moving, at certain points, you see that they are going to meet each other. Okay? At certain points, they are going to meet each other. They will cross even. When they meet, they are going to cross each other. So the blue line, mostly, since it is the fast moving average, it is the one that crosses. Okay, it is the one that crosses the what? The signal line. As you can see here, it came from the top. Let's come from here. Okay, can you see here? It came from above. This is the zero line. There is a zero line that separates the two. Okay, that separates the segment into two. So the blue line will come from the top, it will cross the orange line. Immediately when it crosses the orange line to start moving below, as you can see here, it is moving below, it is moving below. The orange line is on top, the blue line is below. So when the blue line is moving below, it signifies downward movement of price. Okay? When you see the blue line, the MACD line is moving below the orange line, it tells you that here on top here, price is on a down trend. But when the blue line comes and crosses over the orange line to start moving above it, it means price is changing direction. If it was downward, it means price is trying to go upward. Okay, that's what normally happens. Now, these crossovers, they do have names. They are called golden cross. A golden cross is the one whereby the MACD line crosses the signal line to start moving above it. That is called a golden cross. What does it signify? It signifies upward movement of price. When the blue line starts to move above, it crosses and it starts moving above. When you look up here, you will see that price is changing direction. All right. But the blue line, the moment it crosses the orange line to start moving below it, the crossover that is happening, it is called a death cross. If you were a spot trader and then a death cross happens on you, then it means you are going to go into deep floating loss, because now price is going downward. Because in sport you focus on upward movement of price. So if the price was going up, and you are following this trend, trading, and from nowhere, when you did not expect, you see that price changes direction to start going downward. When this downward movement of price is happening, you will see a MACD signaling a death cross. So once a death cross happens, it means the market is changing direction 100%. There is going to be a downward movement of price. So this is what we call a death cross, as it happened here. Here there was a golden cross. Okay, here there was a death cross. Here there was a golden cross. Here there was a death cross. So wherever there is a death cross, price goes down. Wherever there is a golden cross, price goes up. So the robot monitors these crossovers for us. So if we set the robot that please monitor golden cross for me, monitor death cross for me, whenever it happens, please short the market for me if I am trading futures. Please long the market for me if I'm trading futures with a golden cross. If I'm trading in the spot market, please look for a golden cross and enter. Because in most cases, when these crosses are happening, there is indeed a change of direction in terms of price. Now, as I conclude on this trading view, I said that there is a zero line here. These crossovers, the golden cross and the death cross, sometimes they will happen above the zero line, meaning these two lines, they are going to kiss each other on top, above the zero line. Okay, here you can see that the crossovers, they are happening below, because here is the zero line here. So these crossovers are happening below the zero line. But there are other scenarios whereby golden crosses, death crosses, they are happening above the zero line. Okay, maybe if I may try to look this other side. Let me check. Okay, this coin doesn't have a lot of data. Let me bring Bitcoin here. Let me bring Bitcoin here. All right, let me bring BTC, so that we can look at golden crosses, death crosses that happens above the zero line. Okay, death cross and golden crosses that happens above the zero line. Right? Yes. So you can see here the MACD line crossed the orange line, which is the signal line. Okay, as you can see here, this was happening above the what? Above the zero line. Here was a crossover. Okay, there was a crossover. If I may minimize my screen like this, you will see that this bend here that happened here. Okay, if we are to go up there, you will see that there was a little bit of a retracement. Okay, there was a retracement in terms of price. All right, yes, so this happened here, this happened here. When this happened here, then it tried to go back there, as you can see this one here. When it went up there, then there was another crossover, which is this one here. Okay, you can see that there was this movement over here. So there are crossovers that normally happens above the zero line. Here is our zero line. Crossovers happening above, okay, whether they are golden cross or they are death cross, but they are happening above. But some of the crossovers, they are happening below, as you can see here. Can you see these crossovers? They are below the zero line. Is this clear, ladies and gentlemen? Now, let me finish with the histograms. When you enlarge your screen like this, okay, if the market was on a downward trend, if the market was on a downward trend, as you can see here, you are able to see the presence of red histograms. This signifies selling pressure. Now, when the selling pressure is reducing in the market, you will see that the red histograms, they are going to change into light red. When they are changing into light red, it means if there was strong selling pressure, that strong selling pressure is no longer the same. It is reducing. As a result, you are going to see the presence of the light red histograms. It means this power here, it is reducing. It is reducing. As you can see, it started to become light. Eventually, at the end, when the selling pressure came to an end, then there was a buying pressure. Can you see these green histograms over here? When this happened, if you look up here, there was a change in terms of direction of price. You can see that there was a crossover here. For this to happen, for this to be indicated, there was a crossover here. For this to happen, there was a crossover here. For this to happen, there was a crossover here. I don't know if this makes sense. When it comes to histograms, they tell you how much volume, how much pressure is in the market by looking at the histograms, whether it is red, whether it is green. But if it is red, it signifies selling pressure. When the histograms are red, it signifies selling pressure up here. When the histograms are green, it signifies buying pressure up here. You are going to see a lot of green candles. It signifies buying pressure. So when the buying pressure is reducing, you will see the green histograms, they will start to become light. It means now the buying pressure is a little bit reducing. Yes, until maybe they come back again, then you will see that they are going back again to what? To green. Okay, but the reducing of power, whether it is green, whether it is red, it is presented in the color of the histogram, how strong it is. Is there a question here before I go to Royal Q? Anybody with a question on the MACD before we go to Royal Q and see how do we set this indicator so that it can monitor those crossovers? It can monitor the death cross as well as the golden cross to use them as entry points in the market for us. Instead of us doing the monitoring, the robot is going to do the monitoring for us. as long as we know how to set it. That's why I said that RoyalQ is a trading platform. It has got tools that you can use to make entries. When we are giving you signals, it's not mandatory. RoyalQ does not even know that we give you signals. We generate a signal and give it to you. It is expecting traders to use what is available on the platform. So when you come and start complaining, they are not giving us signals, the market, I want you to know that we are doing it out of generosity. When we give you signals, it's out of generosity. Yes. So appreciate what we are doing here. Anyone with a question before we go to RoyalQ? Anybody with a question? Okay. Someone is asking about the crossovers. So when it comes to the crossovers, okay, the ones that happens below the zero line, okay, these ones, let me go back to TradingView. Okay, when a crossover, okay, when a crossover is happening above the zero line, in most cases the price will pump. Okay, the price will what? Will pump. But it does not mean that the pump is going to stay longer. When a crossover is happening above the zero line, in most cases price pumps. But it does not mean that the price is to continue to pump. Sometimes you see a pump, then after that immediately a dump. I don't know if you have noticed that. A price can pump and then it dumps. All right, so you need to know that a crossover that happens above the zero line, sometimes the price may pump. All right, that's why when you go to RoyalQ and set your MACD indicator, RoyalQ by default, it gives you a golden cross that happens above the zero line. It seems to be a good one. Okay, it seems to be a good one. But also at the same time, you need to understand that sometimes when the market is coming from below, it went down like the way it did here. Okay, when it starts building from below, sometimes the trend may stay longer. Okay, since the price is coming from below there, it has been trending downward. If I may bring my screen like this, you can see that this was a what? This was a down trend over here. The market has been trending downward. The market has been trending downward. So when it was coming from the bottom, when the crossover happened here, then the market started to build up until it went up there. Okay, so this one last, in most cases, the market when it is coming from below, from 0%, if you are using the auto fib, it coming from the zero line going up to 100. If it breaks the 50, you discover that the trend stays until it completes its journey up to 100. I don't know if I have answered the question. Someone was asking which one is better, above the zero line or below the zero line. Did I give you the answer? I'm going to RoyalQ now. Did I answer your question? Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Benson. So let's come to RoyalQ and then set our RoyalQ robot so that it can buy for us using an indicator called the MACD indicator. Now, when you come to RoyalQ here, this is the interface. All right, so we do have coins. or we do have pairs that we trade. These pairs, they are under the spot market. As you can see here, we do have the spot market and we do have the futures market. So let's start with the spot market. If we want to use an indicator MACD to make a entry in the market for us using the MACD, how do we set it up? Right? So let's come here and look at this coin. Let me put it under spot. Yes, okay, when it comes to spot, it is the ICP, which is leading the list according to Royal Q. This is Royal Q. So we do have ICP here, right, under spot. So let's open ICP. We want to set the robot. It should monitor a crossover to the upper side so that the robot can make an entry for us. So when you come and open any other coin, you are able to see that Royal Q is giving you the market. Okay, it normally gives you a chart, the display of candles, okay, signifying the price of that particular asset, how it is moving. Right, so you can see we do have candles here. As you can see, these are candles, right? So we do have indicators. We do have moving average indicator, okay? We do have the Bollinger Bands. We do have the volume indicator. These three indicators, when it comes to Royal Q platform, you only use them so that you can have an overview of what is happening here. We normally teach you these indicators in the technical analysis, how to use them. Here in Royal Q, you cannot use them to trade or to set up a trade. You can only use it just to have a look. For example, if I put a moving average here, can you see? I do have moving averages, right? When you tap on the MA or when you tap on Bollinger Bands, you are going to see that the Bollinger Bands are going to appear here. As you can see, these are Bollinger Bands. Okay, there is this line, and this line. All right, so you need to learn how to interpret these lines. Okay, when this line is up, this line is in the middle, this line is moving below. What does that mean? So we do teach you this, right? So we don't use this to enter the market with Royal Q. All right, we do have the volume indicator. Okay, there is a volume indicator here. All right, can you see when I tap on it, there is a change of the screen, there is a volume indicator, just for you to have a look of what is happening, right? If I want the moving average is more like the Bollinger Bands. The colors of the moving averages is more like the Bollinger Bands. All right, so these three indicators, it is just for you to have an overview of what is happening. But this one, and this one, you can set them in the Royal Q robot so that the robot can go to the market and buy when the price has been triggered using these indicators. So we are looking at the MACD. That's what we are looking at. We do have the KDJ, we do have the RSI, but we are currently focusing on MACD because it is one of the best indicators to enter the market with, right? Right. So this is the overview. Now, let's set the MACD indicator. How do we set it in our Royal Q robot? We are going to tap on create. We're going to tap on create, right? Create. Then remember, we are trading with the Martingale strategy bot. Our robot that we normally trade with, it is the Martingale strategy bot. We do have the grid board. We don't teach you how to trade with the grid board. We only teach you how to trade with the martingale strategy board. All right. So don't think that this one is just here for decoration. No, there are other traders that are trading using the grid board, as we are using the martingale. Okay. So let's tap on create. All right. Then after that, I tap I understand. Now, when you come on this page, you are going to tap on trade settings. You're going to tap on trade settings here. We want to set a trade, but we want this trade to be triggered, or when it is time to buy, there should be an indication that it is the right time for the robot to buy, not just enter at current price. No, we are not entering at current price. We are using what we call a triggering condition. Okay, what will trigger the robot to enter the market? The MACD. Now we're gonna tap on trade setting. When we tap on trade setting, here right at the bottom, okay, below here, there is a feature that is called advanced setting, and it is optional. You are not forced to use it. You choose to use it if you know how to use it. That's why it is optional. You can trade. You can set a trade without using the advanced setting optional. Are we together, gents and ladies? So we're going to tap on advanced setting. When we tap on advanced setting, then we are going to find out that the Royal Q robot is giving us these settings. Okay? Our strategy period, it is already. The reason why I'm focusing this part, okay, please pardon me. I'm only going straight to the advanced setting because I am assuming, all right, I am assuming that you are familiar with all this section here. You know how to set your first buy-in amount. You know how to set your margin calls. You know where to put your take profit. Okay, all these settings are already there. Okay, in my mind, all these settings, they are already there. You have already set them, because I don't want someone to ask me and say, give me a setting for $100. I'm not teaching that today. All right. Yes, so all these settings are correct. We normally teach them on Mondays. There is a training how to set your robot. So we teach you all these parts. But today we are looking at the advanced setting option, which is this one here, advanced setting, right? So when you tap on advanced setting, then you are going to find the first triggering condition. First buy triggering what condition? What does it mean? It means that your first buy-in amount here is your first buy here. Okay? For the robot to enter the market first time, what should alert the bot to buy? It should be alerted by a MACD indicator. Okay, so the MACD indicator does not help you to buy margin calls. The MACD indicator does not help you to buy what? Margin calls. It helps you to buy first time entry in the market using your first buy-in amount. Because if this one has been done right, when the first entry has been taken right, there is high chance that the trade is going to be successful. That's why when we are trading, we normally focus on our entries. How do we enter the market? When do we enter the market? It matters most. That's why signals, they tell you, if you see this signal after 3 minutes, don't trade. Why? Entering positions matters in the market. I hope you are following. So the MACD indicator does not help you to buy your margin calls. No, it only helps you to enter the market first time with your first buy-in amount. Okay? So the reason why we are teaching this, there is someone who does not attend the technical analysis class where they are able to learn how to generate their own signals. There is someone who is at work. When a signal is given, they are not present, but they do have the robot. They still want to trade small on their own time. So this is what you need to do. Because you cannot generate a signal by yourself, you cannot be able to partake in the signals that are already generated for you. This is the last option for you. Come to Royal Q. Okay? Set your Royal Q robot that it should enter the market for you using a MACD indicator. It is not going to enter blindly. No. It is going to enter for you when a golden cross is happening if you are trading in the spot market. Let's go. Let's go. Let me ask the community. Are we together? Are we together? Or I'm still talking to myself. Is this clear? Is this clear? That the MACD is not used for buying margin calls. It is for making first entries in the market. All right. It is clear. Thank you. Let me come back to Royal Q. Right. So here we are. When you tap on advanced setting, of which we are already here, so it says that, look closely here, it says that first buy triggering condition. Okay? That is the main aim. What is the first buy triggering condition? And then there is a trigger price here. When you tap under the trigger price, you are going to find this. So your first triggering condition, okay, your first buy triggering condition, it should be triggered by what? So there is triggered by price, meaning to say you are entering at current price. When you leave it here, you are entering at current what? At current price, unless you are doing preset. Okay, I think lately we have stopped teaching about preset price, maybe because of the presence of these indicators. All right, and also some people have shifted the way they used to trade. They are no longer doing the same, especially after the futures came into Royal Q. Right? Okay, so you want to enter the market and it should be triggered by MACD. Here is our MACD. So we are going to tick MACD. If we were to use RSI, we could choose RSI. If we were to use KDJ, we could use KDJ. All right, there are lessons about these two indicators as well. But today, MACD. So let's tap on MACD. We are activating MACD. So the moment you tap on MACD, okay, remember we are coming from TradingView. The moment you tap on MACD, Royal Q is going to give you golden cross automatically because this indicator is inside Royal Q. So the moment you choose MACD, golden cross appears. Remember, you are in the spot market. So the spot market, when a golden cross happens, what normally happens? Price goes up. All right. Now, I want you to understand something. When the robot is monitoring the golden cross to happen so that it can make a first buy, okay? It is looking this golden cross. It is monitoring this golden cross, all right, which is happening in a 15 minutes time frame. That's why we did call this session sniper's entry. We want to enter into the market in a shortest period time possible in the market. So if we are entering with sniper's entry, it means we are going to collect a small take profit, but we want to do it repeatedly. Okay? When we are collecting our take profit in the sniper's entry, we are going to collect 1.5 maximum, unless the signal tells us otherwise. Why? We are looking at 15 minutes time frame. Let me come back here and explain this time frame thing. Sometimes it confuses people. Sometimes it confuses people, this thing of time frame, right? This thing of time frame. So the Royal Q robot monitors the market for you, okay? So when it is monitoring the market for you, it is looking for a 15 minutes time frame monitoring using the MACD, the one that we are talking about. So there is 15 minutes here, there is 1 hour here, there is 4 hours here, there is 1 day, there is 1 week and more. So we want the robot to monitor golden cross in which time frame? 15 minutes time frame. So if we are to tap here, this view here, what you are seeing here on the screen, it is displayed in 4 hours. It is displayed in 4 hours. So if I tap on 15 minutes, you are going to see a different view of the market. Can you see? That is 15 minutes. This one is 1 hour. Can you see 1 hour? Let me tap on the 1 day. Can you see 1 day? So we are looking at the market in different views, different pictures. So this is a picture of 1 day. This one is a picture of 4 hours. This one is a picture of 1 hour. This one is a picture of 15 minutes. Now, the Royal Q robot is monitoring the MACD in a 15 minutes time frame. If a golden cross happens in this time frame, the robot is going to buy for you. But when it buys for you in 15 minutes time frame, it does not mean that by the end of 15 minutes, the robot is going to close the trade. Please understand me. It is only position of entry. The robot is buying in a 15 minutes time frame. But when it comes to selling, it does not mean that the trade is going to be closed in 15 minutes time. Are we together? So the robot will be monitoring a MACD crossover in a 15 minutes time frame. That's why we are only collecting 1.5% take profit maximum. All right? That's why our signals, especially the futures signals, yeah, we started from 1% going up. So sniper's entry, we want to enter the market quickly and get out of the market quickly, and we don't want a big take profit because we want to enter as many times as we can as long as there is an opportunity to enter. Give me a yes if this is clear. Give me a yes if this is clear. I want to finish it up so that you can answer, you can ask your questions. Don't go with your question. I'm gonna have a moment of questions. Don't go with your questions. I'm gonna have a moment of questions at the end, so don't go away with your questions, right? Okay, so let's finish it up. So we were here on advanced setting here, and we did choose MACD. Okay, we did choose what? MACD. When we did choose MACD, Royal Q presented us with a golden cross. Here is a golden cross already presented. It means the robot will be monitoring. In which time frame? 15 minutes time frame. Now, I was talking about above the zero line and below the zero line. So here it is. You want the golden cross to be happening where? Royal Q is giving you options. Which one do you want to activate? Should the robot monitor a golden cross below the zero line, or it should monitor the golden cross above the zero line? So here is the section where you do the changing. So by default, Royal Q is giving me above the zero line. When you see something like this, it means above. When you see something like this, it means below. So when you tap here on this zero here, you are going to see this signal pointing forward, this signal pointing backward. This one below the zero line, this one above the zero line. Is that clear? If you want to activate MACD above and below, is that clear, ladies and gentlemen? When you tap here, can you see those two arrows, one pointing forward, one pointing backward? Is this clear? Let me come back to Zoom. Is this clear? Benny's iPhone, what do you mean? Can you activate both at the same time? You're talking of the zero line. Are you talking about the zero line? You need to choose one. You cannot activate two. How are they going to happen? Above and below, you only activate one. You cannot make all of them the same time. Okay? You cannot make all of the all or both of them same time. You need to choose one. Yes. You need to choose one. In a 15 minutes time frame, when a golden cross is happening, there can't be a golden cross happening above and a golden cross happening below in the same coin. That's why you need to choose one. So it might be happening below, it might be happening above. All right? But it doesn't matter. What you are looking for is a safe entry. Okay, guys? Whether it is above, whether it is below, you are looking for a safe what? A safe entry. You don't want to enter the market blindly. Yo, someone said I should repeat. Yeah. It's not easy to teach. It's not easy to teach, guys. After I have exhausted so much energy, still someone does not understand. Do we have teachers here? Do we have teachers here? Hey, teachers, they have to be called. They should not go and teach. They should not go and teach as a professional. They shouldn't go and teach as a professional, but they should be called to teach. So that they can endure these type of students. They should endure them. Okay? Hey, my brother Emmanuel is here. He knows what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's finish up. I'm gonna take the questions at the end. Let's finish up. It was just a break, that one. It was just a break. So let's finish up. Let me go back to Royal Q. All right. bring the questions at the end. All right. So after you have activated all this, assuming that all your settings are correct, now your MACD has been put in place. Then you can tap save. All right. You tap save, and then you activate the what? The trade. When you activate the trade, the robot is not going to buy immediately. Remember, there is a condition. Okay? There is a condition for this trade to happen. What is the condition? Please remind me. What is the condition? Because I am saying the moment you tap activate, the robot is not going to buy immediately. Why is it not buying immediately? I want to see if you have been following. The moment you tap activate, why is it that the robot is not going to enter the market immediately? Why? Why? Give me an answer in the chat. Why? Why the robot is not gonna buy immediately? Why? Thank you so much. The condition is MACD. The reason why the robot is not going to buy immediately, it is because there is a condition of MACD trigger. The trade should be triggered by golden cross of MACD. So if there is no golden cross, the robot is not going to buy. In that 15 minutes time frame, if it happens that there is no appearance of a golden cross, your robot is not gonna buy that trade. So what does that mean? It means that there is a possibility that the trade can stay for hours without being activated. If the MACD is not appearing, the golden cross is not appearing. So what should you do to stand a chance of your robot entering the market for you? What should you do? You need to set more trades. Okay? You need to do MACD settings more. You can choose 5 or 4. You can choose more. What you are looking for? 1. You are looking for only 1 activation in the trade by MACD golden cross. So you can set more trades. Yes, you can cancel them once 1 has been activated. I'm coming there. But I want to teach you wallet management. Remember, you are setting how many coins? You are setting 5 coins. I'm going to write here on this page here that you are seeing here. I'm going to write here. Yes. If someone is showing their face, I'm going to write on your face. I'm going to write on your face. Yes. If you bring your video here, I'm going to write on your face. So the condition is MACD. That is the condition. Why is it not writing? MACD is the condition. So you set 5 trades, 5 of them. So I want to ask you a question. If your first buy-in amount is $10, then you set 5 coins. These 5 coins, these 5 coins that you have set, somebody says I'm writing in the ceiling. I'm not writing on someone's face. Hey, guys, can you switch off your videos? You are disturbing the class. Can you switch off your videos? Some people are failing to concentrate here because they are looking at this video here. Yes. FX Queen, please switch off your video. FX Queen, please switch off your video. Thank you. All right. We are safe now. Hey, people, they were looking at a child going up and down. I don't know if it was a child or what. So people, they were not focusing. Now let's focus. Let's focus. I was saying, You have set 5 trades. 5 trades have been set. You are looking just for one out of the 5. Now your first buying amount is $10. Let's assume that all these 5 trades, they are portraying MACD golden cross at the same time. These 5, they are portraying MACD what? Indicator golden cross, all of them. And your first buying amount is $10. Now, in your wallet, you do have $50 as trading capital. You do have $50 as trading capital. 5 trades are being activated. MACD is appearing golden cross. And your first buying amount is $10. What is going to happen to your $50? Give me an answer in the chat. What's going to happen to your $50? If 5 trades are appearing with MACD and the robot is monitoring them, and you do have capital of $50, what's going to happen to your capital? Give me an answer. What will happen to your capital? I'm teaching you wallet management now. What's going to happen to your capital? Your $50 will be used up by 5 coins. Your $50. It is going to be used up. Someone is already talking about liquidation. Yes, all your capital is going to be used up. It means you're not going to have money to open margin calls. Are we together, guys? So what should you do? If you activate 5 trades, if you set up 5 coins for the robot to monitor, what should you do? Go to your exchange. If you're trading in the spot market, go to your exchange. Out of the $50 that you are having as capital, remove 40, put it in the funding wallet. Remember, you are trading in what? In spot. So remove 40 USDT, put it in funding. Leave only 10. So that if these 5 coins, they activate golden cross, only 1 coin will be bought, because there is only money which is $10 first buy-in amount. Did I save your capital? Did I save your capital? Did I save your capital? Yes. So remove 40, put it in your funding until the trade has been activated. Once the trade has been activated, I'm simply saying 1 coin has been bought by the robot. 1 coin has been bought by the robot. Now you can go and cancel. Remember, those ones, they are not activated. They are writing pause. When you go to them, you are going to see the word pause, but they did not buy. So you've got nothing to lose. Tap on the word pause. When you tap on the word pause, it means you are deactivating the trade. That's what you are doing. You are what? You are deactivating the trade. It was not bought, so you are stopping it. Because 1 has been taken, 1 trade has been activated. So you're going to come and cancel all the 4, the remaining 4, you cancel them. You cancel them. After doing that, then you go back to your wallet. If you want to open margin calls now, you are going to bring back that $40. You bring it back to the spot so that you can open margin calls using your $40. But the entry has happened with your first buying amount 10 USDT. This has happened by the robot. You only did set it up. You are not a professional, okay? You don't attend technical analysis class. You have missed the signal. What do? You just come to Royal Q, open 5 coins of your choice. Open 5 coins of your choice, even 10. Open 10 coins of your choice. Then set MACD golden cross in them and leave. The robot is going to monitor. What you need to do, manage your capital. That's all. That is in the spot what? In the spot market. Is this clear, guys? Is this difficult? Is this difficult? You want to trade, but when signals are given, you are not there. When we are doing our technical analysis in the morning, you are not there. But you do have a robot. You want to trade on your own time. What should you do? Just open your Royal Q robot. Follow these steps I am teaching. Manage your wallet and leave the rest to the robot. It will buy for you. Okay? You are going to trade at your own pace. Whether it is going to trade once in a day, like picking one trade in a day, it is okay. What matters is your robot is working. It's gonna only need your presence when it has done the buying. That's the only thing. It has done the buying and you want to open margin calls. That's when you are needed. But if you are somebody who does not trade with margin calls, you just enter the market. After the robot has activated one trade, it will be looking at that one, monitoring that one. If it goes up, it will sell. That's what will happen. It will sell, it will buy and sell. But if you want to put more money so that it can buy margin calls, is when you need to come and bring back the remaining balance for margin calls in the exchange. That's when your presence will be needed. Hey, you are doing business, guys. Trading is a business. So why is it that you don't want to be present? Why are you in this Zoom? If I may ask you a question, why are you in this Zoom? If you are not into business, why are you in this Zoom? Yes, sometimes you need to be present. Yes, it's your business. All right, so let's go to futures now. I have done spot. That was spot trading. Let's go to futures. Futures is not different. The only thing is the capital. Where do you put your capital in futures, right? There's no difference. Let's go back. Let's go to the futures section. Let's go to the futures section. Okay. So let's tap on futures. Here is the futures section. So you want to trade a coin in futures, you tap on it. Okay. Whether you want to set a long, whether you want to set a short. Okay. When you are setting a short or a long, here is the difference. We tap on create. Let's choose now. We tap on create. So let's start with a long, which is more like a spot. Let's start with the long, which is more like a spot. So this is the long side. This is the short side. So right now, the long side is the one which is highlighted. Okay. If I tap like this, it means I am setting this trade under short. When I tap like this, it means I'm setting this trade under long. So let's start with the long. The procedure is the same. You tap on your trade setting. Okay. You manually create. Then you tap on advanced setting. When you tap on advanced setting, you are looking for what? First buy triggering condition here. Ignore the rest that are appearing under the futures section. Ignore the rest. Just focus on advanced what? Advanced setting. When you come advanced setting, look at first triggering condition, which is here. Trigger price. Tap on trigger price so that you can choose the indicator you want to use. Then choose MACD. Here is MACD. The moment you tap on MACD, you are trading under a long. It is going to give you golden cross by default. It will give you golden cross by what? By default. What happened to my indicator now? Okay, it will give you golden cross by default. Let me stop sharing screen first. I need this indicator. Okay, just a moment. All right, I'm back. Let me share my screen. My cursor was disappearing and it was giving me problems. So I was here. When you tap on this icon, okay, this is the golden cross. This is a long. All right, here you're going to choose above or below. Time frame is already given by Royal Q. What you need to do, you just need to come here and tap save. You tap save here. Everything is set. You activate the what? The trade. Now, when you are activating the trade, you want the robot to stand a chance of buying a trade for you or picking a signal for you. Hence, we are saying set many, whether you are setting 5, whether you are setting 10. These are longs that you are setting. In your wallet, in the futures account, in the futures wallet, leave only money for first buy-in amount. Okay? Leave money only for what? For first buy-in amount. The rest, take it to spot. Move your capital from futures to spot. Leave only first buy-in amount because you are setting 5 coins. If all these coins are going to be triggered the same time, what will happen? The robot will pick them and your capital is going to finish. If your capital is going to finish, what is remaining? Who is watching you? Liquidation is watching you. You don't have money to maintain your margin. So liquidation is going to be your friend. Yes. So put money only for first buy amount. Once the robot has purchased, it has picked that signal. If you are somebody who trade futures with margin calls, then you can transfer money from spot to futures for your margin calls. But if you are like that, I will also advise you that when you are transferring money for margin calls, don't forget to also transfer money to maintain your margin, because liquidation is real, especially you are someone who trade in cross margin, in cross mode. Yes, because the robot will use that capital to buy. You're not going to have money to maintain your margin. I don't want to go into detail about that. I'm teaching you how to set a robot using MACD indicator so that it can pick a signal on your behalf. Let's come to short. The same coin, let's come to short section. When you tap on the short section, you tap on trade setting, you tap on manually create, you tap on advanced setting, okay? You are shorting the market. Under which condition? When it comes to buying, you are using MACD. The moment you tap on MACD, by default, you are going to see death cross here. You are shorting the market. Death cross is automatic. It will come here. So the robot will be happening. The robot will be monitoring a death cross in 15 minutes time frame. Is the death cross happening below the zero line or it is happening above the zero line? It does not matter. It is your choice. But what matters is golden cross happening. Then you activate your trade, okay? You activate your trade and then you allow the robot to monitor the happening of the death cross. So set many coins under short so that you stand a chance for you to be able to pick a trade using your bot. Is this difficult? Is this difficult? I can allow you to ask questions now. Anyone with questions? Anyone with questions? Anyone with questions, ladies and gentlemen? Anybody with some questions? My liquidation unwanted guest. I'm sure, Leader Kate, you were asking the question before I spoke about futures. So I think the question is answered. The same way you do in spot, you can also set many coins in the futures section. The idea is to have an opportunity for the robot to buy. Okay? We are trading with Royal Q. Our settings are happening in Royal Q. They are not happening in futures. In Binance. We are trading with the Royal Q robot. We do not do settings in the Binance exchange. We do settings in the Royal Q robot. What we do in the exchange is managing the capital, managing the wallet. That's what we only do. If I remember very well, whether you are setting 5 coins, whether you are setting 10 coins, you are setting them in Royal Q. What you do in your exchange is to manage the capital so that the robot does not misuse your funds. Yes. Does MACD have 100% of winning your trade? The MACD does not help you to win the trade. What helps you to win the trade is the direction of the market that you have predicted. The MACD helps you to make good entries. Good entries are essential in the trading aspect. If you can just enter the market blindly, you end up entering the market when the price has gone high up. Let's say you are trading in futures. Okay, you are trading in futures. Price has gone up and you are making a long. When price has already gone high up and you are making a long, what will happen to you? You are going to enter the market at the wrong position. So when you set your robot, the robot is not going to enter the market when the price has gone high up. It is going to look for a MACD golden cross or death cross, depending on which section are you trading in. Okay, so the MACD indicator does not guarantee you to win the trade, but we are saying if the entry was a good entry, it contributed to the success of the trade. If the entry was a good entry, it is contribute to the success of the trade. There is nothing like 100%. Even in the signals we send, there is no 100% guarantee that they will deliver, because we do not control price. We are just looking at the trend of the market. So sometimes the trend may go against us immediately after our analysis, because we don't control the price. Please take note of that. But if you can see closely, when you check the MACD indicator, you will see that in most cases, when a golden cross happens or when a death cross happens, it's like 80% success of the trade. 80% success of the trade. Okay, that's why we like to teach MACD. Some of the indicators can give you false signal, but the MACD, whenever a crossover happens, you will see that something is happening in the market. Go and check it out. The advanced setting is optional. You can set a trade without advanced setting. You enter a trade at current price. For example, when they give you a signal that trade this coin, you can trade that coin without touching advanced settings section. Isaac, it is optional. You can trade without it. You can enter a coin at current price. You only touch advanced when you don't want to enter at the current price. You want a conditional, a condition for the trade to be triggered with, which is MACD condition. When a trade is already running, you cannot come and change and give MACD setting. It is already activated. It does not make sense at all. The robot has already bought that particular trade. If you are going to change the settings, it means they are going to be applied when the trade is closed and you want the robot to buy it again. So whatever you are going to change there, they are going to be applied in the next trade. But remember, it is only under advanced setting. Those settings, they are under advanced setting. Is it wise to use margin calls while trading in cross margin? We do have different experiences when it comes to that. Use what works for you. But what works for me is that when I'm trading in cross margin, I don't use margin calls, because I have discovered that when my robot is buying my margin calls, it brings closer my liquidation price closer to current price. That's what I have discovered. If you haven't discovered, then continue what is working for you. We do have different discoveries when it comes to Royal, especially futures trading. Yes. So when I'm trading in cross margin, I don't use margin calls. That is me. I'm not saying that you should do the same. No. Go and experience it. Then you're going to come and tell us here. Nelson, is that clear? I would rather keep the money in my wallet so that I cover my trade when the price goes against me. instead of me opening margin calls. Yes, I want to buy more stock when the price goes down, right? But if I want to do that, I have to make sure that there is money to maintain my margin, because the robot will use to buy stock for me. So it's not going to be there. It is going to be used by the robot. So I still need some money to maintain my margin if the trade goes against me. Hey, someone is asking about cross margin. Another class. Cross margin and isolated margin, another class. Leader Kate, I don't understand your question. How do you handle the setting of 5 coins in Binance Futures coin placing? I said that when you are setting the coins, you are setting them in Royal Queue. You don't set them in Binance. The robot is the one that is trading. So if you are trading with the robot, you do not need to go to Binance and set them. You have already set your futures account, whether you are trading in cross margin or whether you're trading in isolated margin. The settings are already there for the futures account. So when you go and activate trades in Royal Queue, the Royal Queue will follow what is already set in your futures account. What is the time? 26 minutes, 25 minutes past 10. It's late, guys. Okay. It's late. It's very, very late. Right? It's very, very late. Let me allow Leader Kate to talk. Then after that, we end the session. Yes, Leader Kate, you can unmute.
Okay, Coach Mo, good evening. Please, the question is this. You know, when you want to place a futures trading, you first of all pick the coin on Binance Futures or whatever exchange you are using. That's what I'm asking. Because if you go to Royal Q and just set 5 coins, you won't know the one that will eventually meet the condition. That's what I'm saying here. I don't know if you understand me. Because what I normally do and what we are taught, when you want to trade, you first of all go to your exchange features to select the coin, put the leverage, and yes, I put the leverage and whatever other things you need to do there, maybe stop loss or whatever if you want. Then you now go to your Royal Queue to set it up. So what I mean now, what I'm asking, is it possible to pick a lot of coin equally on that Binance features? Because you won't know the one that will cross, the one that will meet the condition to buy your FB. I don't know if you understand my question.
Leader Kate, which exchange are you using?
Binance.
So you go to Binance and then do the setting before you pick the trade. That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, it's my first time to hear that. When I set my robot to buy for me using the MACD indicator, whenever it has picked a trade for me out of the 5 or the 10 I have chosen, it gives me an alert. It is going to give me a message that a particular trade has been activated. It's when I go to cancel or to stop the ones that are not activated. The Royal Queue gives me an alert. So if you are
That one
doing
is
it
for
the other way
fraud.
around, that one I'm not familiar with, so it's gonna be difficult for me to answer that one.
Okay, maybe Coach Emma will answer that one.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. That was the leader Kate. Thank you so much for the question. Okay, guys, let's call it a night. I hope I did not close anyone outside. Did I close anyone outside? Did I close anyone outside? Okay. I did not close anyone outside. I was checking the chat box. All right. So, guys, let's call it a night. We'll meet again next week, Thursday, when it comes to this training again, next week, Thursday. My question wasn't answered. Which one was it? Is it about the cross mode and the what? Messi. Let me see. Question for Messi. I did answer it, Messi. If you were, maybe you are not listening. I said that changing settings on a coin that is already running to activate MACD, it is not going to help you because the trade is already running. The reason of you using MACD to set.
My voice is loud.
Leader Kate, please mute your microphone. I was saying this, Messi. Changing settings on a coin that is already running, it does not make sense because the trade is already activated. So those settings are not going to be applied. The reason why you are using MACD, you want the robot to take a trade. So if a trade is already taken, then the MACD setting is not going to work. Did I answer your question, Messi? MACD is for you to have a safe entry in the market. That's all. Yes. That's what MACD does. So if you are already having a trade running, if you go and activate MACD, it's not working out because the trade is already running. All right. So guys, bye-bye. We'll see you tomorrow in the technical analysis class. But for the sniper entry training, we're going to have it again on Thursday. Same time, same platform. Thank you so much. May the good Lord keep you safe until we meet again. Bye-bye. Is that a question? Afonso Winner, was it a question? I saw a hand. Or you were saying bye-bye? All right. Bye-bye, guys. Okay. All right. Noted, Afonso. Thank you.